train wreck is fairly diverse, or the perspectives are fairly diverse, is that it, and I've been talking to Wiley Publishing for the last 4 months about writing a book, The Great Cluetrain Wreck, is that I think you can approach it from a number of levels, is that, for instance, is that Fred Wilson, who's a big VC in this area of social media, is that he coined the term freemium. Is that, well, the more we look in freemium, is that there's another analyst out of the UK, Alan Patrick. He has a site called Broad Stuff, and he has he calls it Freakonomics. Is that when you look at this stuff, is that if you look at the value chain, and what you begin to do is that you add freemium to the nodes of the value chain, is that what you ultimately do is you bankrupt the value chain. Is that so? Really what it comes down to is that when I begin to socialize property, is that does anyone have an incentive? What does that mean? Is that so? In town here, for instance, and I'm again a little off track here, is that we had Cabrini Green, was the public housing. It was an experiment in socialism, right? It was a mess. It was a terrible mess that didn't help poverty, it made poverty worse. Is that what we know is that when a group owns the commons, they pee all over it. Is that they don't take care of it. Is that there is a possibility that when you own something, you take care of it. Is that so? What we're doing is that we're dismantling that, and that's the bad side of the Cluetrain wreck. Is that intellectual property, you name it. Is that it's bad news.